Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much because of joining. Thank you so much. Today I want us to look at something very crucial. Today I've just decided to go live. Is anyone hearing my voice? Anyone hearing my voice? I want us to look at three main things here. And these three main things are very crucial. Welcome. You can share so that we can share. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Mnanisikiza? Are you hearing me? Karibuni sana. There's something that I'm wondering about, because when you look at this government, I want to start it immediately. I don't want to waste time. Welcome those who are in. There are things that I have realized when it comes to now this government that we are having. And when I was looking at the way William Samuel Ruto is doing his work, is a man with strategy, yes. Is a man that I have heard many people saying that he never fails. According to the way he has vied for his seat, starting as a member of parliament, he became now the deputy president. Of course, later on he was the prime minister, not prime minister, he was the minister of agriculture, if I'm not wrong, and also some part of education there. So I want us to look at three main things. Number one is about food that William Samuel has said that is going to let us give him 1 year. Imagine 1 year. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome. Now, the issue of food stuff and the issue of I want us to start with the kazi mtaani. Hii kazi mtaani, it was to assist those who was believed that they were not having jobs. Hii kazi mtaani was started in the regime of Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga. And this kazi mtaani was to assist so-called poor that could not afford to have jobs. Because when you look at the way this kazi mtaani was helping Kenyans, I want to ask you a simple question. How many Kenyans they have benefited from this kazi mtaani? This man, William Samuel, has come out very many times. He has come many times saying that kazi ni kazi. Alisema kazi ni kazi. What happened? Ni nini iliendelea mbaya? What happened between this issue of abolishing kazi mtaani? In fact, I want to say that kazi mtaani, it was benefiting those who were not having jobs. Today, when you look at those who are depending on kazi mtaani, they were able even to have something, to buy 2 kg or maybe 1 packet of unga. Today, they are unable to buy that 1 packet of unga because they were depending on this kazi mtaani. William Samoei Ruto, while in Lang'ata, during that groundbreaking of these new houses that are being built according to the government project, he said that this kazi mtaani, ati kazi ya kufagia hapa, hiyo si kazi. Imagine. then one thing that I have realized is that the truth, William Ruto is escaping truth. And that is why at times I ask simple question. This man, while selling his bid, he said it very clear. Ladies and gentlemen, at times we are being fooled live. Because he said while campaigning and selling his agendas, he said that kazi ni kazi. Ni nini iliendelea na kazi mtaani? Because kazi mtaani ilishikilia watu wengi. And that is why you see some people are yelling because this kazi mtaani is not there. When William Samoei Ruto entered into his government, he said now the subsidies is unnecessary. Yes, maybe subsidies may be unnecessary. Maybe there is a part of assisting Kenyans to have this affordable fuel. It is not a must to be cheap. It must be affordable. For example, today, someone is going to buy a unga at 210 or 220. You are being told that just give me 1 year that I'm going to consider if we can drop the price of unga. Imagine 1 year, you are being told that wait for 1 year, give me 1 year, then I'm going to drop the price of unga. 1 year. Whatever William Samoei Ruto is not telling us about the truth is that if they know that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga misused the public funds, I always listen to them, for example, Rigathi Gachagua, saying that Raila Odinga misused 50 billion Kenyan shillings in BBI, that these 50 billion Kenyan shillings could have assisted them to restart their government. I've heard also Rigathi Gachagua saying that 200 billion Kenyan shillings that Uhuru Kenyatta used, these are the kind of resources that they could have restarted their government. Then the simple question that we ask themselves, when you were declared winners by Wafula Chebukati, what did you say? That time where Raila Odinga took the petition in the Supreme Court, what they said was this, that look, Raila Amolo Odinga is wasting our time. In fact, we want to be sworn in. After being sworn in, we want to start working immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Because let's speak the reality, and reality will put us in a way that we are free. What we are being told is that everything is not good because of the mess of Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Now, the scenario that has come now to this government is this. Though Raila Amolo Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka, together with Martha Karua, they are playing this opposition leadership in simplest way. That look, we don't want to distract you as a government. We want to give you time. We want to see how you get the momentum, of course, to do whatever Kenyans want you to do. But what you are continuing to do is just a lot of complaints. Ladies and gentlemen, it has reached a point that in every decade, when we receive a new government, I've never seen a kind of this government the way they are. Because one thing that I believe is that yes, when government, a new administration is entering to take power, or maybe they're being given instrument of power, these people are having strength. I want to ask you a simple question. You want to tell me today, William Samoei Ruto, with that instrument of power, is unable to even drop or to make Aunga to be even 160 Kenyan shillings. Leave alone even 70. Just start with this 160, then tell people that yes, things are not good. Let us start with this 160. Then as time goes by, we are going to have changes. Nothing has yet come to pass because they said, Rigathi Gachagua said, that hii petition ya huyu mzee kitendawili, huyu mzee wa Kuzumia, ndio inatuwestia time hatujaongeza mshahara polisi. Sincerely speaking, even police officers, they have not received an increment in their salary. So the truth has come that this government is just pure of complaints. And that is why at times I laugh a lot. And I am not surprised. Because I told you the other time that those who are singing hustler, 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 you are the first people that are going to suffer. I told you the other time. Imagine in the part of the Republic of Kenya, someone is selling a cow at 500 Kenya shillings. Who is that person that I've watched in news today? Imagine someone selling a cow at 500 Kenya shillings. In this country that we live in, someone going to buy a goat at 100 Kenya shillings. Imagine 100 Kenya shillings. Imagine 100 Kenya shillings. Someone is buying a goat at 100 Kenya shillings. Please, if you are in this live, you can give a like. Give a like. Yes, that's the truth. Imagine someone is selling his cow at 500 Kenya shillings. Nani amewatch hiyo news? Nani amewatch hiyo news? Someone. Hi Vicky. Hi. You can give a like this video. You can give a like this live. Imagine someone selling his cow at 500 Kenya shillings. I wonder, is this the country that you live in? Imagine someone selling a goat at 100 Kenya shillings. 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, until 100 Kenya shillings. Imagine umeenda kuuza mbuzi, mtu anakupea 50 mbili. Just 50-50. Imagine. What kind of leadership is this? I know the problem that is there that is making these people to sell their goods at 100 Kenya shillings is that there is no water. Those dams that the Jubilee government promised to build in certain areas that had been now affected with this drought was never fulfilled. So when they are selling their goat at 100 Kenya shillings each, then cow at 500 Kenya shillings each, ladies and gentlemen, it is painful. Have you seen what is happening in Kiambu? Did you see what happened in Kiambu? A member of parliament that was elected with independent candidate came up and decided that he was going to give people unga. At a time, it reached a point that when they started giving ungas, they were Vicky is saying that yes, this is what we call bottom up and kazi ni kazi. Well, that's the reality. That's the reality. Ukiwa kwa hii live na hujapatiana like, please, kwa heshima sana, patiana like kwa hii video, kwa hii live. Patiana like. Wacha tuchangie. Patiana like. We are many. Patiana like. And that is why I told you the other time. Bottom up, itagharimu. We are going to pay a price. And this price is going to be severe. This price is going to be severe because you can see, I heard Mutai Nguni came up with this question, that I'm seeing lorries being flagged to take the food to where people are passing, people are facing a lot of drought. And yet, we are not being shown that the videos that these people are being given food. The other time we saw Rigathi Gachagua flagging the release of this fertilizer that is being claimed that it is being subsidized. Who is this person that I've seen mahali penye au mafarmers wanapata hii fertilizer? We have not seen anywhere. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the bottom up that Kenyans wanted to do. I want to say simple thing here. Simple thing is that even if today Raila Amolo Odinga could have been the president of the Republic of Kenya, yes, the same situation might be there. Yes, I accept. But how to handle this situation could have been different. I want to say, sincerely speaking, the situation is so hard for Kenyans. In fact, those who are singing hustler, today, they are looking at a distance. I heard people saying mama mboga, mtu wa pikipiki. Today I'm not seeing any mama mboga in a state house. I'm not seeing any border in state house. That is the reality. No one. No one. Wewe William Samoei Ruto ameshakuja amesema kazi mtaani si kazi ya kufagia hii barabara, sijui kubeba takataka si kazi. William Samoei Ruto himself came out and told us that kazi ni kazi. Kazi ni kazi. Bottom up. Tunaanzia bottom up tukienda juu. Bottom up kuenda juu. Bottom up kuenda juu. That's the kind of leadership that we want. I want to say that this was just advantage of having power. Then after having power, you see it at WhatsApp. Wengi wanaonea WhatsApp, wengine wanaonea YouTube, wengine wanaonea wapi? Facebook. So the reality has come to pass that to run a government is not as the way you think. To run a government is a kind of a mandate that you consider all these 40 million or 50 million Kenyans. Because you know these people depends on you. They voted for you or they don't vote for you. So the reality is giving us headache because we are not accepting it. On the other side, I've heard also Rigathi Gachagua still claiming that huyu mzee wa kuzimia ndiye ana affect government isisimame. How? I heard him saying that. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say at times it is not easy for this government. And I want to say that when you look at these problems, food, abolishing the kazi mtaani, ati kazi si kazi tena. Now continue to complain about Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Remember, William Samoei Ruto does not understand something here very well. Vicky anasema kwamba wewe mtajua mujui. So I want to say that when you look at William Samoei Ruto, they are still complaining about Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. Please give like to this live. Give like to this live. Don't leave before giving like to this live. Give like. So I saw Rigathi Gachagua coming out very strong. Huyu mzee wa kuzimia, yes, huyu mzee wa kuzimia alitumia 50 billion Kenya shillings. He used 50 billion Kenya shillings to spread the BBI initiative. I want to ask Rigathi Gachagua, if you are having evidence, then Raila Odinga used this 50 billion. Come out and tell Kenyans the reality. This is just propaganda. This is the truth about the propagandism of Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, today when I was watching news, I've heard that the case of Rigathi Gachagua has been dropped. The case of Rigathi Gachagua has been dropped. The case that was being claimed about 200 million Kenyan shillings. 200 million Kenyan shillings. That case has been dropped. That is the bottom up. The case of Rigathi Gachagua has been dropped. The case of Aisha Juma has been dropped. The case of Mintika Linturi has been dropped. So these so-called close allies to William Samoei Ruto, their cases have been dropped. What kind of leadership are we today? It is a kind of leadership that when we get the government, now it is our time to feast. Now it is our time to feast. It is our time to feast. And that is what they are doing. It is our time to have freedom. Is someone remembering that day where Rigathi Gachagua and so-called close allies of William Ruto saying that freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Now the freedom has come. Rigathi Gachagua's case has been dropped. Today, I've watched in the news. The case has been dropped. Now, the problem that we are going to have is that there are certain institutions that has been captured. The judiciary has been captured. And that is why they are now saying that some files are getting lost. You see, some files are not accessible. Today, the government, they have captured the attention of the church. Do you remember the other time when church was coming out to stand together with the common mwananchi to say that GMO are illegal. Today, the churches are just keeping quiet. They're not talking about the GMOs. That's the kind of leadership that we are today. So I want to say that when you look at the way process and how William Samoei Ruto is continuing to make his government to be run like a constituency, then it means that, yes, I've heard some people saying that let us give William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua time. Which kind of time? Which kind of time? 1 year. 1 year, is that the kind of time? Because it will be, give me 1 year, then the next year, give me 1 year, next time, give me 1 year. I've heard William Samoei Ruto again saying that it was almost how many dams? He has increased it to 100 dams. Now it is not about 80 now. It is about 100 dams. Which kind of leadership is this? I mean, it is good to give a government time. That's the reality. It is good to give them time. But at times when you look at hope, I don't see any hope. Yes, hope might come. I've heard Mutahi Ngunyi saying in their analysis that William Samoei Ruto is a man that has never lost anything in the politics. So he is capable of doing it. Yes, he is capable, but the indications that are coming out, this man is giving us a lot of worries. He is giving us a lot of worries. Why am I saying that? Because the same man that said that kazi ni kazi, now he has destroyed everything. In terms of kazi mtaani is no longer there. In terms of, now, I want us to look at this issue of taxation. Now, taxation, Kenyans must have KRA PIN. You must have KRA PIN. You are employed or you are not employed, you must have a KRA PIN. And that is what he said. Number two, Ruto's government is saying that they're going to tax wealth. They are going to tax consumption, income, and trade. So it means that when you are owning a land in this government of Kenya Kwanza, you are going to pay a tax. You must pay. When you are owning or you are having a dog, you must pay a tax. When you are owning a shamba of maize, you are going to pay a tax. That is what we are being told. That is what we are being told. That look, everyone must have a KRA PIN, employed or unemployed. I mean, what kind of leadership is this? You know, why are they doing this? Because Rigathi Gachagua said yesterday, they want to double taxation. That what was being received the other time, they want to double it by 2 or maybe thrice. Yes? Another thing that they say, that original Kenya milk, they're going to use to make processed butter and cheese. And these products are going to be exported outside the country. Then they continue to say that we are going to import milk from Uganda, from other countries. Then some Kenyans have come out to accuse this government. Why are you using our original milk to make cheese and butter? Then you export it. After exporting, the money that is coming back is going to land into the few pockets of common mwananchi. And this common mwananchi, not even common mwananchi, these citizens are these leaders that are squandering the public's resources. Then the question that is coming again is this issue of, for example, of CDF. Some Kenyans came out asking this issue of CDF. What is the meaning of CDF? CDF was released to assist this member of parliament to assist common mwananchi when it comes to security and education. Where there was a problem of there was, for example, offices of chiefs, there was no offices of chiefs. They were able to build, they were able to fund the work of security. When it comes to education, they were able to build classes, bring book. If someone is able to bring books, you can go and buy and give the learners. And that is what now they're debating about CDF. Now the CDF is not only in the Kenya Kwanza, but CDF is also, now the opposition and the government MPs are uniting to have the CDF. According to my opinion, I don't see the need of CDF if the initial issue of BBI was shut down, because it was, for example, every member of parliament was being given 100 million Kenya shillings per year, if I'm not wrong. Every member of parliament was being given 100 million Kenya shillings per year. And this 100 million Kenya shillings was to fund, for example, the issue of education, bursaries, building classes. But upon our knowledge, we have realized that there are certain member of parliament that are not using these resources in appropriate way. What they are doing is this: they are squandering it, they are misappropriating it, doing whatever they want about it. And that is why at times I always say this. Yes, my power is this is what I always say, that CDF, as long as that day devolution was introduced, I think there was no need for introducing this. This CDF could have been abolished, because this CDF was for long period of time before this constitution of devolution was launched. So ladies and gentlemen, I think at times this government should assist common mwananchi, or else we are going to perish. We are going to perish. At this moment that now we are being told that every Kenyan, you must have a KRA pin. I want to ask you a simple question. Is this KRA pin a mandatory to everyone, employed or unemployed? You can give your opinion. Unemployed or employed, is everyone mandated to have the KRA pin? And in which circumstances? Under which circumstances KRA should be given to common mwananchi? Because William Ruto has come out to say that this time around is not going to joke with about tax. Yeah? So imagine unemployed, you are unemployed. Serikali inataka kutoa tax kwa sababu uko na mahindi mingi eka mzima. Imagine this scenario. Then again William Ruto came up with a certain scenario that, for example, you are owning a land. Yes, I want to explain this. Understand, please. But when I'm explaining this, please, if you are in this live, give a like. Give a like to this live. Give a like to this live. Just take a second, give a like to this live. Give a like. Give a like. Now, William Ruto told us this. That look, today you are owning a land. Yes, you are owning a land. And this land, you are not using it, or you are not cultivating it. Now, someone will come from elsewhere. For example, I'm living, for example, in maybe Kisii or Migori, or maybe Siaya or Kisumu, or Nyamira or Meru or Nyeri, and I'm having my land. I've just built my house in this side. Then the other side is empty. I'm not cultivating it. It's empty. And I'm not doing anything in that land. That anyone can come from Mombasa. Yes, listen to me very carefully. Someone can come from Mombasa and come and build his house in my land. And because the land is mine, that man that has built his house in my land is not having any problem. That He's owning the house, I'm owning the land. Can you see this scenario? Can you see this scenario of William Samoei Ruto telling us that today, for example, myself, I can come to your land where you are not doing anything about that land. Ufanyi kitu chochote hapo. Then I'm coming to build my house. Yes? Then I'm owning just a house. Then you're owning that land. Is that something that is sensible? He said that. Then another thing, is it sensible? For example, I'm having my house at home. Yes? And I've come to work in Nairobi. Then you are telling me that the houses that are being built by the project or the government, yes, government project, they are coming up with building houses in, for example, slums or those kind of areas. Now, you will be paying 5,000, for example, if it is rent, you pay 5,000 every month. Then at that moment, when you reach, you will be paying also mortgage, and this mortgage will go for 20 years. 20 years, then you are owning that house. Okay, nataka tuwache hiyo. Before he came up to now to address the issue of mortgage by, for example, for example, this issue of mortgage, I heard him the other time before this issue of the government houses. Alisema hizi manyumba yenye sisi tunaishi tuna rent. Yes? He suggested that, look, you will be paying a rent in that house yenye wewe unaishi. Imagine, then you pay a mortgage, then it will reach a point una own that house. For example, nyumba yenye mimi na rent Nairobi, ati mimi nalipa, alafu baadaye, na si nyumba ya serikali, ni nyumba ya binafsi, mtu amenini. Alafu wewe unakubali mtu we nyumba yako umejenga to assist you. Yes? Alafu serikali inakwambia, then someone that is renting that house will pay a mortgage for example 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, then that house is going to belong to him. Will you accept that? Even if the plot is yours, will you accept that? Will you accept that? Ladies and gentlemen, will you accept that? Will you accept that? You will not accept. And that is the criteria that now William Samoei Ruto is telling us. That is the way forward to go as a country. Then I ask a simple question. Is that is the criteria that we are using? I think, ladies and gentlemen, let us be sincere. This country is more than that. This country was growing faster, even more than Tanzania. This country was growing more than even Uganda. Though Uganda is not growing more than that, more than us, but the reality to be said, ladies and gentlemen, we are losing a track. We are losing a track. Because it cannot be this. Kazi si kazi tena. Ala, kazi si kazi. Kazi si kazi. I'm telling you. And that is what he has said. And that is why he has abolished this kazi mtaani. Saying that hiyo kuokota makaratasi mtaani si kazi. Ladies and gentlemen, it has reached a point that we are now not comfortable. And I want to tell you, William Samoei Ruto is happy saying that his enemies now is Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Because they're feeling like these people messed everything. Yes? But it's going to reach a time that, ladies and gentlemen, according to my opinion, the enemies of William Samoei Ruto as the President of the Republic of Kenya is no longer going to be Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, but is going to be common mwananchi. These hustlers that he said that kazi ni kazi. Now, kazi si kazi tena. Kazi mtaani si kazi. Kazi ya mjengo ndio kazi. These same hustlers that were told that now hii serikali ni yetu wote. It is not now the government of hustlers. It is the government of William Ruto and his allies. And that is why he has appointed those who are incompetent of delivering as cabinet ministers. What he is telling us is that don't worry about these incompetence cabinet ministers. Now we are going to appoint principal secretaries that are capable to push on or to push these cabinet ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, will you accept, even for example, you are a cabinet minister, a principal cabinet minister, principal secretary to come and push you as a cabinet minister? A cabinet minister is having a flag in his vehicle. A cabinet minister is having a flag in his vehicle. Will you accept, for example, you are a man, respected, a cabinet minister, for example, like Asha Juma, not leave Asha Juma, Moses Kuria. Wewe nadhani Moses Kuria atakubali principal secretary akuja muendeshe gari ya miraa? And that's what William Ruto is telling us, that look, yes, these people might be incompetent of doing what we have given them, but now we are looking at those principal secretaries that are going to have strength to make them deliver. So that is the kind of bottom up is. Bottom up na mama mboga na mtu wa bodaboda ilikuwa ya wakine Aisha Juma, ilikuwa ya kina, these are billionaires. You have had their wealth. You want to tell me hakuna hasara moja? Do you remember kuna news to watch? There's a man alikasirika, karibu alikuwa anachoma degrees, his degrees, because there's no job. You want to tell me that man that studied engineering, he cannot be appointed to be a cabinet minister of roads? Rather, Kipchumba Murkomen was elected as a senator of Elgeyo Marakwet. And that is why some countries, someone that has been elected, for example, like Kipchumba Murkomen, should not be given any seat in the government. And that is the reality. He should not be given anything in the government. But what we are doing here as Kenyans is that those who are even being elected, they are being told that resign now. And that is why unapata kwamba election ilishafanyika kwa senate ya Elgeyo Marakwet. Now they're taking back Elgeyo Marakwet in election. They're wasting a lot of funds to organize as a county election. Imagine county mzima ya Elgeyo Marakwet. County mzima ya Elgeyo Marakwet. Yes? County mzima ya Elgeyo Marakwet. Wanafanya nini? Wanaenda election. It's a kind of huge money wanaenda kutumia election. And that is why they should save this kind of money by ensuring that those who have been elected, let them stick to their job that they were elected to. Let them not be again upon these constitutions said very well that a member of parliament or any person that elected in parliament should not take any job. But in any case, for example, you've been given a job, you must resign first, then to take that. Because the other time, the early constitution was that a member of parliament could have been even selected as a minister. And that is why you could see someone is a member of parliament, again he is a minister. That was a kind of leadership that we were having. But under new constitution was that if you are a member of parliament, then you must resign, then you take over. Yes? So ladies and gentlemen, this government is no longer a government of hustlers. And if you want to feel hustlers, you will wait till Jesus Christ come back. Because I don't see anywhere hustlers are going to benefit from this government. We are being told every day, day in, day out, we have subsidized fertilizer. We have even today, that those that are reporting to news that they are not receiving this subsidized fertilizer. So those are the criteria that William Ruto are failing. And I want to tell you that William Ruto is going to hate himself. This is going to hurt him. Because every day promises, every day promises, every day promises, every day promises. What kind of government is this? what kind of government is this? Because at times when you look at the scenario, the way William Ruto has come up to lead this country, he was not ready. This man was not ready. Even he is not believing that he is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He's not believing. He is not believing that he is the president of the Republic of Kenya. So those are the things that William Samoei Ruto must address. This issue of Muunga must not pass 1 year. Let them solve this issue of Unga. People of Kiambu are crying. In fact, they're crying. The other time, yesterday, I saw some people crying in Kiambu. Hakuna kazi, hakuna unga. So let them solve these issues. It is hectic. Or else, people are going to hate them. Then they're going to face the wrath in 2027. I know some people are saying that don't feed us with things that are not true. We are okay. The government is delivering. Wame deliver nini within that 30 days. Okay, let us give them within 100 days. They say that let us give them 100 days. I don't see anything that is coming differently. Because again, they're having cabinet ministers now sworn in the office, reported to the office today. Have you seen what they're saying? That look, there's no money. There's no money. There's no resources to fund these cabinet ministers. They have movement across the Republic of Kenya. They need, for example, like Cabinet Minister of Agriculture, Minthika Linturi. Yesterday he was in Kitale. Today also, I think he was somewhere in the Republic of Kenya. That they need resources to move across the Republic of Kenya. Then we are being told that there's no resources. They're using millions of money to do these kind of jobs. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a simple question. What are your take? What are your take? Because Kenyans are worried. Kenyans are worried. It has reached a point that at least people are saying that at least the government of Uhuru Kenyatta, well, at least we bought unga at 100 Kenyan shillings. At least even subsidize unga or subsidize fuel. Because what we are seeing is something that is extraordinary. So ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? You can give your opinion. Give your opinion. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts towards this government? Because to me, that is my opinion, that this government is failing hustlers terribly. They are failing hustlers terribly. It is allowed a lot of complaints day in, day out. Day in, day out. What are your thoughts? You can drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of watching this live. Don't forget to like this live. Like this live before you exit. Like this live. Please do me a favor. Do me a favor. Like this live. Like this live. Please, we are in the house and the like is only for. Give the host like. Patiana, weka tu hiyo thumbs up. Weka thumbs up. Weka thumbs up, please. Weka thumbs up. You will support me bigger and bigger. Give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Give a thumbs up. Patiana like. Patiana like. Patiana like. So I think tomorrow, in any case, we'll have a live. We'll have another topic. So I want to appreciate you so much because of watching and staying tuned to this live. I want to appreciate you so much. God bless you. I'm so much humbled. I'm so grateful. Continue supporting this channel. Again, we are trying to grow every day, every day, every day. I want to appreciate you so much because of ensuring that we've reached this subscription. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye till we meet on another live.